Hi there, day 48 on the journey of becoming a life coach. I'm Danny Crouch, and I am recording my step-by-step process of how I've joined the Coaching Institute in Melbourne, and I'm becoming a life coach. So what that seems to involve of what I've learnt so far, 48 days in, is initially I need to work on my own personal growth and develop myself into the person that I want to be and to be happy with who I am, and then learn about coaching, and then become a coach and want to encourage people to do the same sort of thing. It's now the 24th of November 2014. When I started this journey roughly 48 days ago, I was a heavy smoker, heavy drinker, heavy gambler, didn't exercise, didn't care what I ate, a lot of junk food, a lot of eating 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. Wasn't too worried about the 5 food groups, but eating much fruit and veg and all that sort of stuff. But things have changed. I'm now into day 40 of being smoke free, so my last cigarette was 40 days ago. I went on a cruise, which a couple of days after I signed up to the Coaching Institute with myself and my partner Nick. It was a holiday that we'd planned for a while. It just happened to fall around the same time of joining this program. It was about me getting away and enjoying myself, and a few things sort of changed, and I wanted to stop smoking on the cruise, which I did successfully. What that actually involved in was being away from home for the best part of 4 weeks. So I live on the Gold Coast. We drove to Sydney. I've got family down there and around Newcastle, so we went away for 3 or 4 weeks. So it was a big change, and that's what sort of instigated that change. At the end of that trip, I had a golf weekend, which involved a lot of drinking with mates. And I decided once I'd finished that golf trip that about 4 weeks from that golf trip, I have still got the initial intake weekend with the Coaching Institute, and I decided that I would stop drinking until at least that time. And I'm now 16 days into being alcohol free, so it's just under 2 weeks to go until I go to Sydney again for that intake weekend. Now, one of the main things that I've learnt throughout this process is that about 90%, 95% of people fail in achieving their goals and what they want to do. So all these programs like the Coaching Institute, all these other personal development things that I've bought into, and I've spent well over 50 grand over many years trying to find the right one for me. It basically comes back to yourself as an individual and making the commitment, being inspired and motivated to follow through with what you do. Most of the stuff that I'm learning I already know, and it's just a simple case of putting it into practice. So goal setting, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill is a common book that a lot of people read. It talks about goal setting and having daily affirmations. I did that probably 4 years ago. Had a daily affirmation. I don't even know how long it lasted. I was reading it every day, walking, and then just slowly dissipated and stopped doing it. So what I decided to do was to keep a journal. Every day I write in it the days I'm up to, the daily affirmation, my day's goals, medium long-term goals, and a reflection on what's happened over the last sort of 24 hours. This is sort of encouraging me to do this sort of stuff. And then a few days in, I decided, you know what, I might be writing this. Why not record it on my iPad? That way I can go back over it. I can look at an easier way to watch it rather than having to read through and flick through. I can go specifically to a date. I can also look at my facial features, my language, the tone of voice, see if the bags under my eyes change, see if I notice any difference in weight. I currently weigh just over 120 odd kilos, and I've got some massive goals to get below 100 kilos. Main focus there is I want to get back into playing golf and enjoy being thin and fit and healthy, which is a complete turnaround to me. I haven't been under 100 kilos for over 20 years, back when I was playing football and was at the peak of my fitness. But these videos go for anywhere between 10 and 20 minutes. Today's a Monday, so the weekend seems to be a little bit more low-key. It's more about relaxation and enjoyment, so there's not a lot to reflect on. But I will go through my affirmations and goals. So the affirmation doesn't change too much. It's something that I want to focus towards. and it's about writing it down and reading it out aloud every morning to get it in my subconscious as this is what I want to do. So today I will do everything in my power to reduce my weight to below 109 kilos by the 25th of December 2014. I'll complete my exercise, eat healthy and focus on my back being stronger. I am thinner and my back is stronger. Imagine how great I feel on Christmas Day. Now the goals for today, there's some basic ones. Now where this started 48 odd days ago, a lot of these goals were business orientated, money orientated, work orientated. Something that I was just sort of aspiring to do was just work. Quite boring. I didn't really have any other goals outside of that. These are now starting to develop into more relaxing goals and about me and improving myself. So reading for an hour a day, I didn't read that much at all. I used to go through phases where I'd read 3 books in 3 weeks and then I wouldn't read for 5 years. I don't read the newspaper. I didn't read the newspaper, I still aren't. I may do in the future, but that's something I'll address. Newspapers are full of bad news. Do I really want to be focusing on death and rape and assaults and people losing this and one-eyed judge journalists only telling their story? So maybe I don't want to read newspapers. I exercise. So reading and exercise at the moment, I've still got in my goals. The idea there is for them to come second nature. It's like I don't have to put a goal to get out of bed, or I don't have to have a goal to have lunch. They just come second nature. So these 2 goals of reading and working on my exercise are just things that I'm just reminding myself every day that I want to do, and they're going to eventually be just second nature. Work on the golf book with Nick again. That's one of the coaching books that I want to complete. I've also got TV and radio stations here. What I want to do is learn how people get publicity and how you can get interviews and how you can get on TV and radio and stuff like that. And this is something not only do I want to find out for myself, but I also want to encourage in my business practice, in my training, in my assessing, and how I coach other people. And then today with My Vocation, or Ivana, one of the training companies that I work with, they've restructured their training and assessing model. I'm a business and management trainer, and I've been left in the dark where I'm not 100% sure what's been changing or what's been going on. So today's the day that one of the girls is meant to ring me and inform me on what happens there. Now the medium to long-term goals, I basically set these at the beginning of November, and I'm doing a countdown from the number of days until they go. This is my way of giving myself deadlines, and they've sort of changed and adapted over the last couple of weeks as well. Once again, being business and money orientated, they're now flowing into what I want to achieve and how I want to achieve it. So I've got 69 days left to complete 3 coaching books. That's by the 1st of February 2015, and have signed contracts, which I think was going to change the word from contracts to commitments. So this is just allowing the coaches to commit to my business model and me to committing to the coaches. So instead of the word contracts, that sounds a bit too official, with the mastermind coaches. So that's again till the 1st of February 2015. And I've got 95 days to go until I'm going to have a 500 person seminar with other coaches, and I'm basically going to MC that. So that's by the 1st of March 2015. I've got 159 days to go until I have the business cruise and holiday booked, which is the 1st of May 2015. And the plan is to have my weight below 100 kilograms. So that's an extension of the daily affirmation. Once I get down to 109 kilos by December, so we have 5 months to get below 100 k's, will be very simple. Then 344 days to go to be earning 50 grand per annum passive income. So that's from my products and my workshops and other businesses that don't actually involve me to be a part of. So it's 1st of November 2015. And to be financially free. That's my definition of being financially free. I've explained that in earlier videos over the last few days of what that means to me. Then I've got 1,074 days to go until Reva's owned and paid off. Reva's the unit that I live in. That's in the block that I live in. Interesting. Reva owned and paid off. I wonder if I'm going to own the whole block. But that's by the 1st of November 2017. Then I have a section here for reflection. So this is about reflecting on what I went through over the last 24 hours, how I approached it mentally and emotionally, and I think the main thing that I'm focusing on is my frustration and anger levels, and how I approach things that conflict with what I'm believing, Being a Monday morning and Sunday, we had a very lazy day, sat at home, watched TV, had a nap in the afternoon, so there wasn't a lot of conflict there. As I mentioned yesterday, we went out for a birthday on Saturday night. Nick actually stayed out with friends of ours, and she got home at about 5 o'clock in the morning, so she wasn't much. I suppose in the past that might have annoyed me or really pissed me off, in the sense that it ruined my day. I was quite happy, just relaxing. We did have plans to go to the markets and check out fresh produce, but that didn't eventuate. I could have gone by myself, but I chose not to. I actually chose to ride on the bike, exercise bike for 45 minutes, which is the first time I've ever done that. So if I want to focus on what I enjoy and what I got out of yesterday, well, it was riding the bike and doing that. Another positive was that I had finished eating by 8 p.m. That's one of my weight loss goals, is to be full and content with what I've eaten for the day by 8 o'clock and have no need to eat again. But 11 minutes, that's done. Moving on to starting a new week, and away we go. I'll talk soon. Bye.